Wait a second. Wait, I almost forgot. Hi, how you doing this morning? One woman show here. I'm your host with all the hosts. My name's Kim Overholt. Yeah, I'm a one woman show here, and it's Feedback Friday, and I almost forgot. Hold on. I want to get you going with a little bit, because I'm trying to keep it so that I come in here and I give you a little bit of let's give you a little bit of this. All right. Thank you for tuning in one more time to Kim's Crazy Place, otherwise known as Overholt Art and Entertainment Studio. And I am your party hostess. My name's Kim Overholt to help you have fun and learn about art. Isn't that fun? I love art. Art is one of my favorite things to do. I love doing art and I love showing you guys how to do it too. And it's Feedback Friday. I've had quite the week. I know. Have you? Did you enjoy Friday? I'm like Thursday. Thursday, Entertainment Thursday. I think it was pretty entertaining. What do you think? I didn't keep it. I figured, it's just a little too crazy for me. I'm never usually that crazy. But thank you very much for coming in today, and thank you. Yeah, I'm trying to get my band going here. Thank you. All right, so I appreciate that. How you guys doing? All right, so Feedback Friday. This is where I want to hear back from you guys. And I always say I'm ready to go. I'm never ready to go. I got stuff. I'm looking all around and going, what was I thinking? Am I ready to go? I got to be ready to go. I got no choice now. Hey, so Feedback Friday. Let's see what happened on Monday. Monday, I think I talked a little bit about some of the things I'm working on with Luna Sparkles with cartooning. Monday, Tuesday, I gave you a reading that wasn't the greatest. I just told you, uh, you have to lift yourself up by your own bootstraps. Sometimes that's the only way you're going to get anything done. And I'm one to know that you have to be just constantly go, go, go. And I am. So Thursday, I'm going to say Wednesday. Wednesday was, what was Wednesday? Wednesday was, Wellness Wednesday, of course. Wellness Wednesday. Wellness Wednesday, what were we doing on Wednesday? Can't remember. Thursday was crazy. Oh, a Wellness Wednesday. Yeah, I know. We went through a few things. I know. I know. Sometimes I have good weeks. Sometimes they're like, they're okay. This week was okay. Yeah, I think. And what do you think? This is Feedback Friday. I'd love to hear back from you guys too. I go through some of the chats and stuff I hear. I always hear back from Jean. Thank you, Jean. I appreciate. We were talking last night too. I mean, we talk about all kinds of stuff, and I really, really want to get you on a one-on-one, and we can talk for hours about Brad Pitt, right? We could talk for hours about Brad Pitt and all well, not so much him, but more of his imposters, but we know all about it. We are on like that. We are like the Gabby. We're the Gabby types. We like to talk about them because Um, but you know what? Actually, I gotta say, lately it's just like ever since the imposters happened, I'm really like I have like turned off a lot of them, blocked a lot. Yes, I've blocked tons of them now because it's like I'm to the point where like I used to think, okay, well I had a picture that I painted of Brad Pitt, and I thought, oh, maybe but then one Brad Pitt leads to another Brad Pitt leads to another Brad Pitt, and I was like, okay, you know what? I'm not going to do this anymore. As much as I really like Brad Pitt, and I was really excited about maybe having the opportunity of speaking to him, and then I thought I write him, and I wrote him a letter, and I sent it, and I don't think it actually got to him, or if it got to him, that's probably why I have less Pitt imposters following me around, and I appreciate that. I really, really do. So I mean, I know fans, we're never satisfied, right? You try to do something nice for us, like lay back on the imposters, trying to get them to stop. And what does your fans do? They're like, why doesn't he contact me anymore? No, no, it isn't about him not contacting me. He never contacted me in the first place. So what I go on about it and I say funny things about it, but really, yeah, the serious thing about me and Brad Pitt, I say like we're like this, and this is me over here because it's true. I mean, I have nothing to do with this. This is like this is him and this, and I guess they're married. They're trying to have babies. I don't know. It doesn't matter. It's not my life. It's his life, and I'm glad that he's choosing to live it whatever way he chooses to. I think he's an an anomaly myself. I've done so much. Like I've done since I do paintings of celebrities. Okay, I do celebrity portraits. As you can tell, I've got a David Bowie over here on the side here, and I don't. It's not for sale. It's mine. So don't even get into, oh, it's copyright, blah blah blah. Well, you know what? I'm not selling it to anybody. It's for me because I can't afford to buy it. So I'm going to paint it myself. And that's the thing about being an artist. If there's something that you really want and you can't buy it, you can paint it. You can paint it. I know you can. And you know what? You know what? There's so many great artists out there that you can copy. And I've tried my best at copying a lot of them too. And some of them, it's just so that you get a feel for yourself. And that's the only way that you become an artist is artists copy other artists, and they all have their own little ability about themselves. So now, right now, in my local artist group, I'm hearing about stuff about a friend of mine who wants to get an artist group going, like kind of like the group of seven kind of thing that Canada once was. Well, I mean, Canada isn't what it was anymore, but it's definitely, if somebody wants to do some art with me, and I'm all about it. I'm all about it, put it that way. Yeah. So, I mean, if you want to have some art from me too, you could look me up, KimOverholt.com. Very simple. I have all my accoutrement there. It's basically a website that is like a portfolio, if you will, of some of the things that I've done in my past. I have a sordid past, yes, I do, and I have traveled in my past. Yes, been to Cuba, been to Hollywood. I've seen a few things, done a few things that I'm proud of, things I'm not so proud of. And I'm sure, for life, it's been a life. And I say life's what you make it, and take responsibility for that, because when you do, that's when things get interesting and fun. I agree. I totally think you have to take charge of that life of yours and just grab it by the bull horns and give it a squeeze. See what happens. Anyways, like I say, Feedback Friday today. I'm here at my studio and it's a beautiful day, so I'm not going to stick around for long. I thought I'd just come and say a quick hello and entertain you a little bit with some talking and maybe some juggling too. Let's see. And tiptoe through the tulips with me. Oh, wait a minute, I got this too. Kimmy the Clown never went too far away from me. I've been retired now for a few years being a clown. Things stopped being funny about 5 years ago. Yeah, almost about 5 years ago. Yeah, things stopped being funny. So I started painting. I was a prolific painter for quite a while, doing lots of paint nights and painting events where I showed people how to paint and played a little ukulele for them, did a little juggling for them. The clown in me never actually goes away. It just kind of molds into something completely different. And I'm always trying new stuff. So never stop trying to improve yourself, because improvements put you in a better frame of mind. And dressing up and feeling good also makes you feel good. Yeah, that's what I was talking about the other day. Just feeling good. Sometimes it's hard to feel good when you have different things going on in your life and you're just not sure your direction and things like that. It happens. I took serious contemplation of myself yesterday, since I didn't have Entertainment Thursday to really do for you. I really sat back and contemplated about life and the way that it went over the last few years. And after a while, it got kind of, I don't know what the word would be, if it's desperate. It got kind of to the point where I was hopeful on a lot of things, but I knew that there was a lot going on that I had no control over. And it pushed me to be a better person. It pushed me to try other things. And that's the thing. You can't stay in one place forever. Like that Eddie I tell you about, when I went whitewater rafting when I was 18, something like that, and jumped into the Ottawa River, and the one point where we were all allowed to go get out of the boat and just go downstream. and I didn't go because I was caught in an eddy. And people do. People get caught in eddies. They have like this stale moment. I've had a stale moment for the last last little while. Although I have had many projects come up. I can't complain. I really do. I've had a few great projects come up with some retirement homes or social homes. I've had some luck with doing parties for kids and doing parties, paint parties. Um, it isn't enough. It just seems like the more that I do, the more I have to do. So there's always more to do. So don't ever think that you're gonna just do one particular thing and think that it's gonna just no, you gotta open up all the gates and you gotta do the best that you can and see what sticks. You gotta throw the spaghetti at the wall and see what sticks because you don't know if it's gonna stick or if it's gonna just slide. I hope nothing for you as ends up ever sliding. I hope that you catch something and it takes you to that place that you want to be at. I'm glad that I've been able to help people as well get to that place that they want to be too. I really, when it's a true statement. Those who do, and those who don't teach. Yeah, teach you to push you in the right direction. Well, maybe get you further than I got. How far did I get? Well, I got to Hollywood. I got there. I looked around and went, okay, it is fake. All right, so let's do something else. Yeah. So now I do other things. But I did give me some in. It did give me some ideas about the art industry and knowing that what I do is still pertinent for a lot of people. And I even get told this because people that I know that I do art, they're like, I can't do what you do, and I'm like, yes, you can. But for some people, it probably takes them a little bit more time, and that's okay. Sometimes time is uh, the factor that gets to all of us after a while. What do they say? Time is. Um, there's a saying, an old saying, time devours everything. So eventually, nobody will remember me. No one will remember you. No one will remember famous artists like uh, Picasso. Nobody will remember Brad Pitt. Yeah, one day we're all going to be fitting into that one little box, and nobody's ever going to come back again. Well, some people don't end up going into boxes. Some people end up just going into the ether somewhere, and you know, sometimes that's I'd like to do that. Be up one day, just go and disappear into another dimension, maybe. Yeah, can you imagine? I wonder, sometimes I do wonder about death and what comes after death. I mean, sometimes it's the destruction of the body, but I mean, your vigor, your soul, this little piece of you, this little video of me doing this while I'm thinking about it. This is all, this is a temporary thing, and it's a good thing for those of you who need to see this, and for those of you who don't need to see it, I guess you can turn and watch something else. Like, I'm not going to stop you, and that's the thing. You have a free will, and I gotta admit, when I say this, and I pretend, I pretend like I got everything by the bull horns, but I don't. We all are just we're not free. Put it that way. We are all um, tied to something. We are even like for being human beings here on this planet, we are tied to the earth. We are all symbiosis in the making. Yeah, it's pretty deep. I go sometimes, right? Yeah. Well, the feedback Friday. I want to hear. What do you think? What do you think? Do you think there's more to this life? I think that there's more to this life. I think there's all kinds of stuff that we don't really know about. There's lots of stuff that we don't know about, and it just goes on without us. Yeah, yeah. There's something that says there was a meme I was looking at that says once I realized something, a truth, I kind of got a little bit nervous because if I told somebody about it, they'd think I was crazy. There are some truths out there that are a little bit unnerving, and I don't want to talk about them because like I say, it's something that you probably, oh my God, that's crazy, but it could be true. Just like there's so many things you don't know. You don't know. We only explore, say, what is it, 5% of the oceans that exist in the world. There's so much more. There's so many more deeper things in this world. I believe in astral travel. I believe that there are people who can move their minds from one place to another. I believe there's people that can move things with their mind. I think, Uri Geller might be, some people call him a charlatan. Some people call him the real deal. Some people, don't even know who Uri Geller is. I got the chance to meet him. I mean, he's a nice guy, as far as I know. When it comes to having any kind of thing about him, we all have a thing about us, right? There's always something about us that makes us special and different from everybody else, right? And I think with me, I think it's my hair, because my hair just loves to do all kinds of things while I'm busy talking to you guys. Okay, but anyways, neither here nor there. See how I get off on tangents sometimes. But what counts mostly is, just doing something rather than, sitting around doing nothing. You got to do something. You got to do something. You might as well juggle. If you don't know how to juggle, you should learn. And if you don't learn, well, then that's just too bad for you. I think the best part of being an adult is the fact that you never stop learning. And some things you find out, you'd be like, wow, amazing. Yeah, you would never have expected. No one expects the Spanish Inquisition. Oh. Yeah. So I have my little box over here, my Kimmy the Clown box, my tool box of many things. I've got my little, of course, I still got my nose. Some things never change. I always just have this little, once in a while, I have to throw it on and say, hello. I know if Kimmy were here, she'd be like all over the place. So I just kind of keep her calm. I put her on my finger. Now, if you ever want to squeeze your nose down, this is a great thing to do to make your nose smaller. But don't press it like that. Don't put your fingers up your nose. No. No. Anyways. Yeah, so there's a few things that I'm doing today. I'm not just sitting here looking pretty for you guys. I got a couple things I got to get done today, and it's like I have 2 days off. This is great. I don't think it's been a while since I've had 2 days off in a row. Oh, are you guys gonna yawn with me? Don't yawn with me. Talk to me. Don't talk to me. No, hold on a second. I'm gonna get my ukulele. And sing you a song or two because I like you guys. All right. Yeah. I try to have it so that, I have a topic for every day. And when I don't, I try and make one up. I was watching Jeff Daniels sing a really cool song about his guitar. You know what? I don't think people sing enough songs about their fine little instruments that they play. I love my ukulele. I love it to bits. I remember my other ukulele, my Kala ukulele that I had. I gave it to a friend of mine. Um, I'm hoping she enjoys it and actually plays it. Because I'm going to be moving up. I am going to change to electric guitar. Because I keep telling my hubby, I'm like, you know what? I want to learn to play some Led Zeppelin riffs. I really, 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 really do. I love Jimmy Page, and I love what's his name? Angus Young. And he's a small guy like me, so if he can do it, man, I'm looking forward to doing it. I'd love to be able to play like that. I wonder if I can play any. Oh, you know what? I'll try let me try a song just for shits and giggles because you're here. And then, like I said, when thinking about maybe you Led Zeppelin or thank you, Jean. Hey, good morning. I was talking about you earlier. I hope you don't mind. I like you, and I was telling people about how you and I really, honestly, we're gonna have to get together and do that. Brad Pitt thing. But I was just saying. I've gotten to the point where I'm getting kind of tired of it. Not tired of I'm tired of the imposters. I really, really am. I'm kind of tired of the Liz Taylor, Richard Burton thing going on too. It's a little bit daunting, and yeah, it's just tabloids and funniness and things that you don't understand. What's going on? They won't let you know what's going on for real. They just want to keep you kind of occupied. Oh my gosh, no. Don't go for prizes. You don't need that. What you need to do is just, yeah. I don't understand that. Why do they do that? They're like, those of you who find my post right now, I need 15 people, and if you get my post, I will send you blah 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 blah. It's a scam. Somebody asked who was the biggest scam artist, and I was about to say Brad Pitt. But I thought, oh no, no, it's not Brad Pitt. It's the Brad Pitt imposters that are scammers. There's a lot of them out there, but there's a lot of celebrity imposters, scammers out there. So people, please be careful. Don't give money to people that you don't know. And if you're going to do it, just think about your choices first. Think about what you're doing. Okay, use your brain. Don't lose your brain. Right? Yeah. Okay. I'm going to find you a song. While I'm waiting. Yeah, I don't think I really think that there's a lot of fakes out there, and I was mentioning this too because being an artist, I've had so many people contact me. Oh, I love your art. Do you think you could blah 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 blah? I've had people go, "What you're doing is copyright infringement. We're going to be getting our lawyers on you." I'm like, I didn't say it. I'm just doing the painting. It's not like I'm not selling it. I'm just showing it. Jeez, like people relax. I don't know. I get so many. Like it goes all over. It runs the gamut. Let me tell you. Okay, now I'm gonna play some. Let me see. I'm gonna play some Led Zeppelin. I think for a change. Let's see what comes up. Anybody have a request? I don't know. I'm gonna see what I got. What can I play? Okay, let me see if I can play this. Fascinating. There's a lady who shows all that what it does is go, and she's buying a stairway to heaven. When she gets there, she knows that the stores are all closed, but the word she can get what she came for. Ooh, and she's buying a stairway to heaven. There's a sign on the wall, but she wants to be sure, 'cause you know sometimes words have two meanings. In a tree by the brook, there's a songbird who sings. Sometimes all of our thoughts are misgiven. And it makes me wonder, ooh, it makes me wonder. There's a feeling I get when I look to the west, and my spirit is crying for me. In my thoughts I have seen rings of smoke through the trees, and the voices of those who stand. And it makes me wonder, and it makes me wonder, and it's whispered that soon, if we all call the tune, then the piper will lead us to reason, and a new day will dawn for those who stand alone, and the forest will echo with laughter. Oh. If there's a bustle in your hedgerow, don't be alarmed now. It's just a sprinkling for the May Queen. Yes, there are two paths you can go by, but in the long run, there's still time to change the road you're on. There's always time. And it makes me wonder, that is humming and it won't go. In case you don't know, the piper's calling you to join him. Dear lady, can you the wind blow? And did you know your stairway lies on the whispering wind? And the solo. And as we wind on down the road, our shadows taller than our soul. There lives a lady we all know, who shines white light and wants to show how everything still turns to gold. And if you listen very hard, the tune will come to you at last. When all the body wanna, oh yeah, to be a rock, but not to rock. Whoa, 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 whoa. And she's buying a stairway to heaven. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Well, that's cool. It kind of gets you in there. It's a funny kind of song where if you start playing it, you just want to keep on playing it. It actually is one of those songs, and it's funny because you go to like I say, if you ever lived above a music store like I have. Anybody out there lived above a music store like I have? Yeah, you'd realize that there's a lot of people that go into a music store and do play Stairway to Heaven is like one of their first little riffs to get the guitar started. It's hilarious. And that's why, you see Wayne's World, the movie, and it says no stairway. It's like, no stairway. Yeah, because every time anybody would go into a guitar, that's like the first thing that they would play, right? Right? Just to see what kind of tunes they can get it. But that's cool. Hey, my hummingbird. That's pretty good job. Not bad. What do you think? Did you like that? I'd like a little bit of feedback on what you thought of my singing. Do you like my singing? Do you think if because I love being a ham. If I was to do if I was to go live on like it's one of those mad got talent places. Do you think they'd like something like me? I really want to get rocking, baby. I want to get one of those. I was watching this Indian girl, and she had this Les Paul she was playing, and she was doing but then she started wailing on it with and I was like, whoa, like this. She means business, and she was only like 10 years old. It was like anybody who wants to play, they're going to play. You know what? If they would just have told me back in the day, like if you see it, I have an old picture of me with a little fake little guitar, and I loved I loved it to death. I'm like wondering why they never got me into it. It's probably because they thought I was into art, and don't give me too many things to do. I'm like squirrel, right? Distracted. That's me. Yeah. So I guess but regimented one thing at a time, right? So now that I'm done being an artist, it's time to be a musician, right? Whatever you think. It's Feedback Friday. You can tell me. Do you think I make a good musician? Do you think I make a good magician? Because I used to do that too. I was a magician's assistant. I know how the tricks go. It's just practice. Practice makes perfect. If you get good at it, if I got good at it, I should say, I could be a magician. I could go touring if I wanted to be a magician. Nobody would expect anybody like me being a magician, right? Hmm. Maybe it's time to change a few things. What do you think? Let me know in the comments below. And if you want to follow along with me, subscribe. You're more than welcome to subscribe. I love you guys being here. Uh, you know, that's the thing about I always tell people I know enough to be dangerous. I'm a dangerous person. Let me tell you. Okay. Cleaning, I'm a good cleaner. Um, Decorating, I can decorate. I can do like music. I do art. I do a little bit of everything. I think that's what makes people a little bit angry at me too, because it's like, will you just stop being good at everything? It's like I can't help it. I just like to do stuff, and it's like sometimes it just turns out better than I expected. I have that happen to me too. I've had artists that have I thought I was doing well, and then this one artist that I know, she whoa, I'm like, wow, how did you do that? All of a sudden they're like multi-famous, and they're and they go here and they go there, and I'm like, how'd that happen? How am I stuck back here when they're way over there? It's like it's just like timing, maybe. It's timing, maybe. Right place, right time. Gene, you probably know as much as anybody else do. It's Is it timing? Is it something you got to be just at the right place at the right time? Sometimes what it takes. I have a lot of skills. I know enough to be dangerous. So I mean, you can plop me into something, and I'm sure I could do. Funny thing, I should say that because back in 1997, here's a story. Okay, back in 1997, one day while I was changing directions with my life. Okay, I yeah, I got into I had a bike accident. I got a concussion. I had a concussion, and things changed for me after that. I was doing let's see, before 95. Before that, I was doing a lot of things where I was doing a lot of hands-on things. Where after 97, I got a little bit more into like using my noggin. I think before, because I fell on it. I guess, well, if I fell on it, I must be trying to use it or something. So I went, and, started using my brain, and I became um, not just a temp. I became a temporary, um like working in different offices as a temp, just because I could pick things up, after. I don't know what it is. Maybe the knock on my head gave me like this little bit of ability to like hop into other places. And the one place was I was doing a maternity leave. They hired me for maternity leave, and I would be there up until the woman came back from her job. And I was like, okay, no problem, I can do that. And I did that for up until they needed somebody to come back and take the place. And the same thing with some of the other jobs that I gave. They were just temporary jobs. I was doing Kelly Services, and Kelly Services is temporary jobs for people who need to do, like, if they businesses that need people for small jobs. So I did a lot of those because I could pick it up. Like as soon as they say, okay, you do this, 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 and this, and if you know that this is the order that they're supposed to go, and you just follow along. And I don't know what it is. I don't know what it is. And we are all kind of different. And I think that's why my brain changed when I knocked my head too. So started thinking differently. And not only that, is just I kept seeing more stuff now. I think that knock on the brain did something to me, and really took me in a new direction, because I was thinking, yeah, I'll be an artist. But then I started thinking, you know what? There's so much more out there than to just being an artist, that you got to take on the other responsibilities, like the financial part of it, the business part of it, because there is business involved with anything that you do, art. um Everything has business. Everything's got the business, right? You got to do the business, and you got to pay to play. Is basically what it is. And I think we pay here, um, in our own certain ways when we're on doing live things. We pay to play, right? Kind of thing. Yes, and finding that, if you find yourself in a rut, yeah, that's when you kind of got to break free and do something completely different and see how you're doing it. Because sometimes, like the one woman who I taught how to do painting, and she just went off and became a great artist. I'm like, shoot, I should have done that. No, I can't stop people from being great. It's just their own abilities when it comes down to it. But no, I was able to help people. Like being able to help somebody get into where they are supposed to be going is great. And I really do think that if you want to do whatever it is in this life, you're going to do it regardless. It's gonna no, just calm down. I don't mean like you're going to go out and start like jumping off bridges and stuff like that, but the things that attract you are going to take a lot of you in the right direction. And sometimes, it's a time about thinking about direction, right? And YouTube's great for doing this for sure. Yes, and there's the thing too. To be able to get out there, sometimes you have to pay to get out there. A case in point, I have an artist gallery contacting me just recently saying, it'd be great to have you back again and doing something with us. I'm like, yeah, that would be nice. But I have to pay. There's so much money to be able to have a little spot saved for me in which if some people saw my art, maybe they might buy it. And that way my spot is paid for kind of thing. But in a way, if I don't make any money, I'm losing money, and it's tough. It's a tough little. It's a I don't even know what you call that. Catch 22. It's a catch 22. Yeah, because you want to do one thing, but you can't do one thing without having to do the other. And yeah, it's like okay, you can't be famous and not do the whole thing before becoming famous, right? You can't go just 1 minute you're well, then again, if you're Barack Obama or if you're somebody like Kamala Harris that just popped out of nowhere, of course they didn't really pop out of nowhere, but stuff like that. Where do these people come from, and what makes them so special from like everybody else, and why do you think that these people are better than those people? It's this all kinds. I delve deep when I talk about Feedback Fridays. I go right into everything. So we're talking the whole gamut. We're talking religion. We're talking politics. We're talking it all. Music, art, and everything in between. You know what? Because it involves everything. Yes. Yeah, you know what? Oh, and there's so many things, like I say, I learn truths about things and then I get a little bit nervous because it is kind of scary to know these things. I guess when you know it, it's like you can't really tell anybody because if you do, they think you were crazy. And maybe it is crazy, but maybe it's not. Maybe it's true. And maybe we are all in deep to do more than we think we are. Oh my gosh. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, there's when I think about it, I get a little bit nervous. Yeah, I really do. There's all kinds of things that yeah, that we aren't sure of, and some things that are we should be suspicious of, and things that we should know that are real from what aren't, right? That's the diff. With AI, it's kind of put that new little spin on it where it can make all kinds of, it can actually do like a little movie thing, make it look like something, and it's just crazy. I can't believe some of the stuff that's coming out nowadays. And I'm still surprised. And maybe there is a spot in there somewhere for some crazy little creative like me to come in there and say, "Yeah, I know Brad Pitt like this. This is me over here." I love that joke. I'm so sorry. I got that from a magician friend of mine too. He was like me and David Copperfield. Yeah, yeah. So I get inspired by other people, and there's nothing wrong with that. Inspiration can come from anywhere or anything. And when I paint and when I draw, it gives me that extra little bit of confidence that I'm like, oh yeah, okay, I got this. But what have I got? What have I got? Have I got something special? Do I have something that maybe nobody else has? Or am I like everybody else and blah, 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 blah? I gotta tell you this though. This is something hilarious, and I just thought of it now. I love, I've always loved kids. Kids are like the greatest. Kids are freaking genius. I love kids. Kids are so fun because kids know. Kids have that ooh, what's that? That little bit of wonder about them where they're like learning things for the first time and they're like, wow, you did that? Can I do that? And it's like, yes, you can. You really can. Yeah, actually, oh, hey, here's one about Audrey Hepburn. One of the ladies that I work with, her name is associated with Audrey Hepburn. And I said, oh, stop. I said, I have a finger painting at home of Aubrey Hepburn. And she's like, oh, sorry, Audrey Hepburn. And she's like, no, really? I said, yeah, I do. She said, and she's actually from Bangladesh. Like, this is like the world comes to me sometimes. She's from Bangladesh, and unfortunately, she came to Canada. Well, unfortunately, she came to Canada because she wanted to start a new life with her husband and everything like that. Unfortunately, she has to go back to Bangladesh because there's some kind of uh, um, stuff going on. Like we think we have things going on here, they've got stuff going on. There's stuff going on over all around the world. I mean, the world is war torn and really needs help. Honest to God, I don't know what to tell you, but neither here nor there. So her name is like Audrey Hepburn, and I say I have a painting, a finger painting that I did, and I couldn't find it on my phone, so I had to like take a picture of it and show it to her because, I hope she sees it too. And she's actually like, I'm like, wow, she she had servants and people waiting on her back when she was young, and I'm like, wow, I've never experienced anything like that before. Never. But I mean, she's a good person and makes good of what she's doing with her life, and I hope to goodness that all goes well with her and all the problems that are going on in Bangladesh of all places. Beautiful country where colors. When I think of Bangladesh, I think of when I went to Expo '86 and like all the different countries that I saw, and I'm sure Bangladesh was one of them where it's just the colors and the history and everything is just so beautiful. And in comparison, I'm like, wow, Canada is just out the gate with some of the things that they've done from even back in the 1800s. I talk about history and I talk about. The different things about Canada that's great, where Bangladesh has all kinds of deep, deep, ancient history, things that we have no knowledge of that they knew back in that time. I just love the world for being what it is, and nothing should ever have to change it or manipulate it like people try to. The world is beautiful. The world is a beautiful place when you embrace it. When you don't embrace it, it can be cold and hard and unforgiving. But when you embrace it, sometimes it can be a beautiful place. And I hope for you guys, anyways, that wherever you are in this world, you're safe and in a beautiful place or in a good way. Because, like I say, there's so much war torn, different places out there, and more coming, I'm sure of it, because the way things are going, they're gonna crucify me. I'm kidding. The way things are going, it's amazing. I find this world so amazing. I really do. I'd love to be a part of it, and I hope to get out there with my art and do it some way like that. And I'm overstaying my welcome just because there's so much on my mind on Feedback Friday, and I have so much to give you guys. Even like I'm even thinking, okay, I got to do a painting soon, and I'm thinking I trying to come up with an idea. If you guys have an idea of what you want me to paint next, I can do a live painting if you want me to here. And maybe not today because I'm like blah 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 blah. But maybe Tuesday, Wednesday, maybe for Wellness Wednesday, I can do a speed painting or something. Speed paintings are fun. Finger speed painting, yeah. There we go. Now we're talking. What do you think of that? What am I doing on Wednesday? That's the thing. Time is always of the essence. Time is always against us, my friend. And I try to do the best to give you as much as I can in as much time as I can with as much as I have. No, we are not free. And no, we are not free because we have so much that there's still left to do in this world to make it a better place, right? And on that note, the grandiose of everything that is and what shall be and what is to come. I hope you have a fantastic day. I got to get out there because the sun's shining. The pool is calling me. It's very nice and warm in the pool. I took out the pool cover and I was like, whoa, the top layer is like so warm. And then underneath is like cool. And I'm like, it's giving it a stir. And I'm like, I got to get in this. So yeah, I like to stick around. And thank you for appreciating my shirt. This is one of my Zach's collection. Hold on. I work for Zach's. I am a Zach's employee. I love their styles. When they were hiring, I'm like, I am in. I love Zach's fashions. I love this. I love the nice color. I love the styles. I love fashion. That's another thing about doing art is like getting into so many different avenues of not just loving the body, but loving the form and loving the things that go around it. Life is great. I can't complain. And nobody would listen if I complained anyway. So what am I supposed to do? Yeah, I have a lot of interesting things that I'm reading about on Twitter. Well, X now. I'm actually back on X again. So if you want to follow me on X, look me up. If you want to follow me on Facebook, look me up. If you want to follow me on Instagram, look me up. I got all kinds of stuff, all kinds of weirdness. Just waiting for you. And on that note, I'll say a quick goodbye. Peace, oh brother, with a little bit added. My mama used to always be the great. And you know what? I was always, I'm also so grateful for my stepmom. Marrying my dad. She never had any children of her own. She loves me to pieces, and I love her to pieces, my stepmom. I've never known a love so great. And I hope that you guys get to experience something as great as this. I'm very lucky. And I'm lucky to have you guys out here. And I'm lucky to have a great outlook on life. So if you guys have any questions, anything, if you want to tell me something, please tell me something I don't know. Try to keep it simple. Try to keep it fun. Try to keep it nice and laid back because God knows everything else is just like, wow, what the heck is happening? I could turn into a Russell Brand if I wanted to and start complaining and wagging fingers, but there's no time. There's no time for that. What you got to do is just enjoy what you got and be like Sting. I'm Sting. Be like Sting. Yeah. Be like Sting. Be like Ringo Starr. Be like all those people who are trying to be a warrior for peace. For peace. Not for war. Be a warrior for peace. Be better than, be better than all these politicians. Be better than all those royalties. Be better than Brad Pitt. Okay? Be better than all those people that you think that you're looking up to and they have no idea. And the people that you look up to and they probably don't even realize, be better than them because you deserve to be praised for who you are because you are great. And I think you're great. And on that note, I got to go. Really. Me and Brad Pitt. I know. Me and Brad Pitt. Me and Brad Pitt. I like this. Yeah. I keep trying, but he's lying because obviously he's got control over the media. He's got control over his own media. What do you think? I'm not stupid. I know. I'm not wasn't born yesterday. I don't think. It's possible. which makes me 1 year old. No, but yeah, I gotta go. I hope you have a great day. Oh, let me leave you with a little bit of a. Get this. Thank you. And so I will be back again here on Monday for Cartooning Monday with you guys. And again, my name is Kim Overholt. I'm your party artist. And if you want to know a little bit more about me, check out my website, kimoverholt.com. And in the meantime,